foot down at a time. And you can put your head down.
You totally feel that.
You totally do, right?
Oh, my goodness. Now, we've gone limited stock on what's remaining with the coral and the yellow. So please, if you wanted it, this is a brilliant price, I have to say, for £17, because you've got the wrist and you've got the ankle weights on there, different weights for each. But look at how many exercises Davina and I have already done together. You can follow Davina on her website if you want to do that, for that community and that support. But there's so many things that you can do with it. The coral has now sold out, as well as the mint. We only have the yellow remaining. So if you want to get it,
and
now is the time
to do it.
And the yellow's
lovely.
Great. Do you know what I like about the yellow is
colour.
it puts you in that bright, happy frame, positive frame of mind for working out.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Loving it. So we've done lots of exercise with those. You can be doing them at home as well, 402-605, because you've got a 60-day money-back guarantee with these. There's only 24 of the yellow remaining, and that's it. Remember, the big deal of the bike completely sold out already today. It's meant to last for a whole week. It's gone. We saw it today for the first time. It's gone already. So these have sold out, I think. We've got the last remaining stock of those. For those of you who are hoping to get them, didn't quite get there, maybe check back in 30 minutes, because some people may have popped theirs in their basket, and if you don't check out within 30 minutes, they will pop back out again. So if you've got it sitting in a basket, make sure you check out so you do not miss out. Do you like that?
I like that.
Yeah, thanks. OK, we're going to move on now to the dumbbells. So we've got to get all these weights off us now.
So I would like to say to anybody watching that is devastated because they haven't got any of the wrist weights left, the dumbbells is the next port of call. So if you've started exercising, if you are absolutely a complete novice, the wrist weights are an amazing way to start your arms workout. But the next step up is 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg. I strongly advise that you get this set, because it's amazing the different exercises need different weights. So
where are we going to start with this then?
We're going to start with ones.
OK, great.
Now, people look at me when I don't like going to gyms, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm Davina McCall, and I walk into a gym and the weight of expectation hangs heavy on me, that when I go over to the weights rack and I pick up the 2 kg weights,
is that all she's picking up?
I feel
so
judged.
It's only 2 kg. Yeah.
And this is why I started home workout equipment.
Well, I understand why you feel that way, but there's lots of us at home, and even I feel this way. We feel self-conscious, we feel a bit judged, we feel a bit exposed when we go to gyms, because maybe we haven't worked out in a long time, maybe you've never worked out, maybe you've just kind of gotten a bit out of shape. You know, what would you suggest would be great ways for us to kind of get that confidence for ourselves while we're working out with things like the dumbbells?
So I feel like it's, first of all, you need to set yourself some small goals, and that's, again, why I quite like this tree of dumbbells, because a 1 kg weight is a substantial weight. Don't be embarrassed by the fact that it's 1 kg and other people are doing 4 or whatever. I use 2s and 3s at home and nothing heavier. And people are often really surprised by that. But, you know, you can get a nice shape from working out with light weights. And these weights are something that either you could do a bit of this one, which I showed you earlier, the one where you're out at the side. But that's quite demanding if you haven't done that before. But there are lots of arm exercises that you can do. So you can do a bicep curl. And everything is always, remember to engage your core. Keep your shoulders nice and back. I've just taught myself there, I did a little self-correction.
That's all right, so long as you remember to do it.
And then come up and slowly down. And sometimes, if I want to make it extra cheeky, I don't go all the way down. I don't straighten. It's called a constant tension bicep curl. So you just come up. You don't go all the way to the top, because that's relaxing. You come to here, and then just back down to here.
So your muscles always engaged?
Always engaged. That's nice. Can you feel that?
Can I ask, if we were starting and we've not done exercise in years, do you think the dumbbells is a good thing to start with?
A 1 kg dumbbell would be fine. I mean, these gloves would be great because they're a half kg. So it is even easier. But 1 kg weights are very good. You just want to go very gently. And there are many exercises that you can do. Lots of people have problems with their shoulders, but these sort of fly exercises where you lift them up and you come back down again. They can all be done sitting if you want to sit down, but I prefer standing because when you're standing, I always ask people to engage their tummy muscles and think about that. And it's working out all of your body.
I was going to say, you're working out more of your body, I think, when you're doing that. Obviously, you work towards your needs, and before you start any exercise regime, we would always recommend that you speak to your doctor or GP to get their advice. But it's great to know that you've got that backup and support by having the right equipment. That's a good place to start. But then, of course, with your own site as well, it's great for people to go for that community if they're looking for other people that they can talk to about it as well.
So the other exercises that I like is the upward row.
Okay.
So an upward row, feet shoulder width apart, a little bit wider than that, that's perfect. And then come up and that's it, and back down again. So these are all good for, and don't lift up your shoulders, keep those nice and down and relaxed. That's really good. That was a really good self-correction there. And bring them up like that. Now these are all going to be helping all different parts of your shoulders. But again, the ones, if these ones are a bit too tough for you, this is a great way of starting to exercise those shoulders.
What I note about everything you're doing today is you're doing everything quite slow and controlled. Is that really important?
I mean, you know what? If I go to the gym and I see people in the gym, and it's often really big guys, and they're going like this, and you think, but you're not really doing anything, you are going to hurt your back.
Yep.
It's much better slow and controlled. And we always say sort of fast up, hold, slow down. So fast up, hold, because this is the hard work bit at the top, and go down. And I don't want you at home to do a load of exercises, to be in so much pain that you can't walk, and then not want to exercise ever again.
And then you give up.
I just want you to do something. And you know what? 3 days a week I want you to do something. Just a little something. And start with 10 minutes, 3 days a week. Find the time that you like working out and set up, this can be like, you can set up a little gym area because this mat rolls up beautifully.
Yeah.
You can tuck that away in the corner. You can tuck the weights away somewhere and you've got your own home gym started.
And I would say,
that's all you need at the beginning.
Yeah, I would say have it there, have it somewhere visible so that it reminds you to kind of pick up the weights and do them and to get going and to get involved and to do it every day. Davina makes a really good point. Set yourself realistic goals, you know. And you were saying about having a schedule of, you know, deciding how many days, what's your minimum you're going to do every week?
It needs to be a minimum of 3 days a week,
right.
I think. Because people will be surprised. People think that I'm somebody that must work out 7 days a week, or somebody will go, oh, you're addicted to exercise. Chance would be a fine thing. I would love to be addicted to exercise. I've got 3 kids. I work. I'd like to see my friends as well. I've got a dog who's very demanding. You know, so I don't get to do that. But I couple up my working out with walking the dog. So I'll put on the wrist weights, or I might do a little run with the wrist weights. I do this thing, I call it euphoric running. Oh. And when I'm running, I dance with, like, I listen to music, and I'm like this.
Oh.
Have you heard of prancercising?
That's just me getting dressed in the morning.
Have you heard of prancercising?
No!
You've got to go and look it up on YouTube. It's hilarious. Prancercising, everybody. Go and look it up on YouTube. That's me, basically.
We've had a question from Scott, and he's asking about how to stay motivated when you're actually doing your workout. Not the motivation about getting up and starting your workout, but when you're actually in it, what would you do? I think music is a really good place to start, don't you think?
Music does it for me.
Yeah.
Some people don't use music and prefer to just work out in silence. Music is a massive motivator for me, but it depends what kind of music you're into. I like dance music, and so it's kind of boppy and it gets you really going. But I also think that if you can, goal setting, this is why I called my platform Own Your Goals, because goal setting, so if you think to yourself, I want to say that I could do a 20-minute workout 3 times a week in a month, and you start at ground zero, like you've done nothing. And I always think that's what gets you through the workout, you know. I'm going to move on to a slightly heavier weight.
Shall I go up then in weights as well?
I want you to go to 1-3.
You want me to go to 1-3?
1-3.
Okay.
So another good tricep exercise
By the way, there's only about 100 of these remaining, guys. If you want only 100 remaining, this is proving really popular as well.
The reason why you want different weights is some weights are good for different things.
Okay.
I really like holding this one. It's quite a heavy weight. You put it up above your head and keep your elbows right by your ears.
Oh.
And then put it down behind your head.
Oh, Davina.
And then push it up, straight ahead. And then down and push it up.
I feel like I want to do an exhale of air there because of the effort.
How's your back?
Great, fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And push it up. And so the important thing is you're not sort of going forwards, you're pushing it up above your head. That's perfect. That's really nice form.
Thank you.
That's an amazing tricep workout.
Brilliant, because the triceps are a big problem area for a lot of people, and if that's your area, you've got some exercises like this. By the way, if you are looking for kind of backup support, people you can talk to in a proactive and positive way, Own Your Goals Davina is a great place for you to go to for that.
Oh, it's so nice, because the Facebook group, and you get access to the Facebook group with this equipment, is such a warm and comforting place, because if you've got any questions or if you want tips on motivation, or you want to join, I don't know, like a running club or something, there's just all of it going on there. So it's a place where sometimes people come to cry, sometimes people come to laugh, sometimes people come to talk exercise. It's a really loving, nurturing place.
Davina, that's amazing. So you don't have to be alone with your fitness just because you're working out at home. There is a community you can become part of, and Davina has set that up for you as well. So she isn't just bringing you the equipment, she's bringing you kind of a whole kind of environment which will help you to be proactive, help you to be positive, help you to be motivated, help you to feel like you're succeeding, because that's key, isn't it?
And to help you not feel alone, because I think it's nice working out at home because you don't feel judged or watched, and you can work out in the shoddiest outfit.
But you don't have to spend lots of money on...
You can wear no shoes, you can do whatever you like, but there is still a community of other like-minded people who are trying to do the same thing. And what I love about our community is it's not all gym bunnies, it's lots of people at the beginning of their fitness journey who've never worked out before.
Well, if that's you, then this is the place for you to start, certainly. Now, this set has sold out as well. So that's the bike has sold out, the wrist and ankle weights have sold out, the dumbbells have sold out. We've only got one kind of item left, so please, if you want to get the ball with the pump and the yoga mat, I'd advise starting placing your orders right now. 402754 is the item number. 3150 will be your price for that set. And that's another great set for you to have. In the next hour, I'm going to be in the kitchen with a full hour of Kuhn Recon, so if you're not sure what they are or what they're all about, check them out, and Davina and I will be back with you in just a moment.